Once you install iModel 3D and run it, you will see iModel 3D main toolbar at the top of AutoCAD screen. You can undock it or dock it. Most of the toolbar buttons have pull-down menus. There are also several palettes you will load during modeling and analysis. iModel 3D comes with default settings. You can change any of them based on your design requirements. With iModel 3D you can model and analyze most types of structures from small homes to high-rise buildings. Please try to learn all of iModel 3D capabilities to get the most of it. The toolbar buttons are logically arranged as the design workflow from left to right. First button allows you to set up the new project. Second button allows you to draw AutoCAD polyline, 3D polyline, line, arc and circle. These are the ones that you will be using the most. Third button allows you to create, modify and manipulate the building boundary and the architectural layout for the initial design. Fourth button allows you to create, modify and manipulate building boundary axes. Fifth button allows you to draw and control visibility of dimensions. Sixth button enables you to create, modify and manipulate manual space frames. Seventh button allows you to create space frame automatically. Eighth button controls the visibility of space frames and its axes elements. Ninth button allows you to create, modify and manipulate frame load regions. Load regions are essential in distributing area loads to frame elements. 10th button enables you to do important solid operations such as coping and subtracting and many others. 11th button loads the space frame palette where you can manipulate space frames and their objects and elements. Also you will be able to control how the massive space frame elements and objects are displayed, such as hide and isolate operations. With this palette you can inspect every structural member in the space frame before and after the analysis takes place. 12 item is a list of all space frame names available in the drawing. Most of the operations performed by this main toolbar will apply to the current space frame you select in this drop-down list. Although iModel 3D allows you to model more than one space frame in the same drawing, it is recommended that you model one space frame per drawing if at all possible. 13th button loads the modeling palette. Modeling palette is used to define, insert, modify and view many types of building components. All concrete members are modeled by this palette. 14th button loads the steel palette where you can model standard steel members or define your custom shapes steel members. 15th button loads the steel connections palette where you can define, insert, modify and view most types of standard steel connections. 16th button loads the piles palette. With this palette, you can define, insert, modify and manipulate most types of deep foundation. 17th button loads the steel joist palette when you can model open joist steel members. 18th button loads the reinforcement palette. With this palette, you can model reinforcement of all concrete components such as columns, beams, slabs and foundations. 19th button loads the analysis palette by which you can define many types of loads cases as well as load combinations, apply these loads to the space frame, auto-load distribution to frame structural members, perform static analysis on all frame members and display the results of the analysis. 20th button displays the bill of material dialog box. View button loads the 2D construction drawings palette. Clash button allows you to find any clashes in the model and manipulate them. Material button loads the standard AutoCAD material palette. Orbit button allows you to use the orbit command. Shade button allows you to use the shade command. Last button loads this tutorial application.